Hello, welcome to Math with Janine Part 2. Today we are going to talk about dividing decimal numbers and why it is acceptable to shift the decimal to the right so that we divide our dividend by a whole number. Let's look at the example 66.04 divided by 12.7. We want to start by making the divisor 12.7 a whole number, and we do this by moving the decimal one spot to the right to get 127. And since we did that to the divisor, we must also do so to the dividend to get 660.4. So I'm just going to rewrite our question. It's mathematically acceptable to move the decimal because by doing so, we are really multiplying by powers of 10, which is the same as multiplying by 10 over 10 each time we move the decimal, which is really just 1. And we also know that 1 times n always equals n if n is a unique number. Therefore, we are not changing the numbers but merely multiplying by 1. And plus dividing by a whole number is much easier to work with. We can now set up our equation as normal and divide using our normal division algorithm. So set it up like normal. Okay, so we want to ask ourselves how many times does 127 go into 660, and that will be 5 times. For 635, we then subtract and we have to borrow, and we're left with 25. Now we're at the spot where the decimal is in our dividend, and so we want to move that up to keep it consistent there. We now bring the 4 down to get 254, and we ask how many times does 127 go into 254, and it goes 2 times for an even 254. Now it looks like we're done our question since we don't have anything left at the bottom here. However, because in our question the dividend had 2 decimal points before we move the decimal, then our answer must also have 2 decimal points. So we want to add a 0, bring it down. 127 goes 0 times into 0, so we get 0. So our answer is 5.20. Okay. And you'll also see that if you use a calculator as a quick proof, if you use a calculator to divide 66.04 divided by 12.7 and then you do 660.4 divided by 127, you will get the same answer. So if you wanted to do a quick proof, that's a quick way of doing it. So yeah, powers of 10, super important when you're multiplying decimals. Dividing decimals. It's late. I need to hand this assignment in. Thanks for watching.